Wearing a mask is an experience many people are still getting used to, and some are noticing a problem. Have you? Seriously bad mask breath. Health officials say it comes, well, basically down to this. You're not keeping your mouth clean enough. Bacteria that live in our mouths break down food and other debris into smelly compounds. Brushing and flossing regularly does reduce the amount of sticky bacteria, and mouthwash may only mask the smell if you're not removing the debris. Dental hygienist Tammy Sofer joining us now with more. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
Leslie.
this is something you've lived with because you wear those masks, for 2 decades now, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about it. I mean, it is such a thing as mask mouth and something the rest of us are just starting to learn about.
Right. So Leslie, firstly, I just wanted to say that mask wearing is non-negotiable to help prevent the spread of coronavirus. And with that being said, it's common for people to breathe through their mouth as opposed to their nose while wearing a mask. And that can lead to a dry mouth, which is causing the bad breath or the mask mouth.
So the nose, breathe through the nose.
As much as you can, yes.
Okay. And then next up, does it matter whether you're wearing one of those, blue disposable masks or one of the ones that we all seem to be doing now, the ones we can wash and use again?
Yeah, you know what? Mask mouth is not so much about the type or the material of the mask as it is about just wearing a face covering and breathing through your mouth as a result.
Okay, let's talk about some of the measures we can take. I understand you have a demonstration for us.
Well, I do. I mean, firstly, I would like to say, you know what, drinking more water and staying hydrated is really important. Also, you do want to use alcohol-free and antibacterial mouth rinses, just because what happens is that because the mouth gets really dry, the bacteria has nowhere to go. There's no water or saliva moving things around, and that's causing the dry mouth, which is causing that bacteria and getting the smell. So home care is really important as well. So you want to make sure that you're brushing twice a day. You're being really diligent with the brush, but not only just brushing on the teeth, you want to make sure that you brush it on the roof of the mouth, the insides of the cheeks, and also your tongue. There's bacteria all throughout the mouth. So it's really important. And equally important is we want to make sure that we're flossing every day, which brushing alone isn't enough. Without flossing, you're actually missing about 35 to 40% of the tooth surfaces. And I know flossing is not the easiest habit for people to get into, but it's important for people to find something that they like and that they'll use. I know for me, I happen to like the Simply Floss. It's stretchy, it's silicone, and it's reusable, and it's a great alternative to conventional floss.
Why alcohol-free mouthwash?
Well, because the alcohol tends to be very drying.
Okay. I just assumed it killed the germs.
Yes, it can do that too, but you can also use it up. In this case, I would suggest an antibacterial rinse for that.
How often do we brush, ideally, in a day?
How often do we brush?
Should we? Yeah.
Oh, at least twice a day is important, morning and night. I mean, you can brush more, but typically twice a day.
And what is, for people in your business, this is routine. How often should we come and see you?
So with dental offices that have started to open up, and they are opening up under pretty strict health guidelines, I think it's really important for people to visit the dentist on a regular basis, generally every 6 months. Sometimes people need to come a little bit more, just as a part of a healthy routine and to keep up with everything.
So when you get your teeth cleaned every 6 months, ideally, does that reduce the risk or the incidence of mask mouth?
Well, I think with mask mouth too, like I said, it's interesting because people who otherwise have had really healthy mouths and the teeth have been very clean and they're coming every 6 months are starting to notice, because I guess they're becoming more hyper aware of their own breath, and they're noticing, oh, you know what, I have this terrible smell and I really need to get to the dentist for a good cleaning. But at that point, lots of times when they go to the dentist, we're starting to notice different issues like inflammation in the gums from the drying of the mouth, decay, cavities. So it's probably, depending, but it can be more beneficial to go a little more often too.
Right, so don't just pop mints in there to cover it. If it's happening to you and it hasn't in the past, it could be a health issue as well.
Exactly.
All right, good to know. I think we covered it all. Tammy Sofer, dental hygienist and Simply Floss owner. Thanks, Tammy, appreciate it.
Thanks, Leslie.